morning, everybody. Sorry I'm a little late. I actually overslept, but I had an interesting dream. It was kind of fun. They involved two large model scale trains, the kind you could ride on, like you might find in an amusement park. That was being run as part of an exhibit for like a theme park kind of thing. And it was just kind of cute. That somebody wanted to have a model scale train race with me. Was kind of cute. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, we got some things that came in Amazon today, which we'll be working on this afternoon as well. So we're gonna be doing some unboxings today, so you're gonna be able to see something that might surprise you. Despite its apparent looking simple, has over 225-page user configuration manual. How many other devices you know actually support 3 Ethernet connections at the same time? Well, Michelle, how are you doing? So let's get the panel opened here. It's VOC today. VOC. So, well, so it came was a very simple EMPS that will be in the wiring closet for the T-Mobile home internet, so that our internet will stay up when the power goes down. Those little simple boxes that the unsung heroes of keeping the computer running. Now, I had a last night. Me and Gaming Theory had a good gameplay. But what I wanted to talk to you this morning about, the panel link, by the way, is open. Hi, Rusty. How you doing? The panel link is open as VOC, as I said. Hey, everybody else, how you doing? And I know people say don't stop talking to people about people that are unsubbing, but I am going to talk about that. I mean, we're still doing okay. We still have over 10,755 people. But I don't know where the channel is going to be going. I don't know what the future is with the channel sometimes. Yeah, I slept in late. But at least I had a happy sleep. And I got people on my YouTube channel that can't make up their mind what they want. I got people that want the show to be doing things that can be extremely damaging to my emotions, because I have anxieties when doing them in the past and the harm that was done years ago for doing them. They will say, oh, that's a great way to get the show up and all that. But what they don't realize is that the emotional damage that was done by doing those things, Gidget was going to help me with one of them, but her internet's out. I think deep down she probably feels the same way that I do. Is it really going to help the show? I don't know. well, I guess you could say it's kind of a silver moon dream. I mean, it certainly, but wasn't really silver moon based. But it was still cute, though. So, last, so I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't really know where this channel is gonna go. I know she does. But like she said yesterday, she said her home internet was broken. Then I just saw that they had a major hail pile in Texas. Lots of hailstones. And baseball sized hail. So clearly, that caused a lot of damage to cars. It certainly could have caused damage to her cable modem's network connection as well. Yeah, I know I do. But I also got a lot of people who couldn't care less. But those are not the ones in chat. Well, good girl, how you doing? Huh, well, we didn't get any snow last night. Well, I don't think Cameron else really knew the backstory of the phone calls and the emotional damage it did to me. There were people that took advantage of it. We had fun when they saw me become unglued. I'm losing my mind. That was yesterday afternoon, chat, like I said, last night, which unfortunately I'm waiting for the replay to be available with the comments on, so you can see it. If you watched the portrait stream from yesterday, there were some really nasty comments that were posted. One saying that I don't love my real cat and all I love is AI cats and all that. That is absolutely totally incorrect. I love my real cat just as much, if not more, than a piece of software. Well, right now, Angela, where I am, it's not really quite that warm. It's gonna be about 8-9 degrees. But it's not really really warm for late March. It's actually a little bit running on the colder side. I don't disagree with that, but yeah, 18 degrees Celsius would have been nice. Looking at the next 10 days, we don't see anything close to 18 degrees Celsius. We're barely going to get up to 10. By the way, the panel link is open. I don't know if anyone knew that. It's VOC. VOC. Um, so we do have a couple things to unbox today. So first, I want to try to clean the pantry out a little bit. Where two of the items that gotta go in the pantry. I gotta make some Ethernet cables because one is an Ethernet based device and the other one is a power based device. How you doing, Parasol? Good morning to you. The fancier one is coming tomorrow. So today is the simple one. That's not as sophisticated. Good morning, Nats. How you doing today? Good morning, Dawn. How are you doing today? I'm trying to do both all at the same time. So, like I said, I was very excited that I finally hit level 20 in Turtle Well yesterday. People did not know that. Erie, Pennsylvania is always busy. Well, that's because originally it was one of the ports of the Great Lakes, I think. What are you talking about, Gaming Girl? Gaming Fairy. This baby girl is fighting her sleep like she's fighting in her life. Yeah. Money says not to fall asleep after work. Just thought I would stop by, say hi. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Normally I can have her out even in her hardest nights within 5 minutes, but not most time. I don't know who Money is known as, but they obviously are one of our mods, but I don't know which one. Can Money be Brian PC? I don't know. Could be. So the reason why I don't normally buy a lot of stuff on the show, is because people say I spend money for things in the show that they don't find so glamorous. I have, but I forgot what its original name was. It's not Bradley. I don't think it's Brian PC. Yeah, someone changed the name apparently. Okay, I ain't kidding. Don't worry about it. Good morning, David. That's how you doing today. Good morning to you. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to sweep the pantry and maybe run the vacuum on there. I'm gonna try to get up the excessive cat litter that's spilled over the years, and then squat down, plug in the router, and we bought that came in the Amazon today. So that should be interesting to show that. Yeah, it's pretty. It looks innocent. But when does an innocent device have a 225-page manual? You can also use the Omanda network software suite to run it as well. But we don't have Omanda. So we're gonna read through the 225-page manual to configure it. It would have been interesting if it came with a CD with the manual on it. It would be nice, yeah. Yeah. David just said, I'm drained and somewhat exhausted. Kevin Fury says, looks like since December he's only popped in a handful of places. They are kind comments, yes. Nat says, oh, that awesome. Heart, blowing kisses. Nicole Nat says, Andrew. Nat says, money, it's okay. Sorry, my jokes are lame, I know. So let's get to. I haven't slept yet. After work, it's easy to mess with me. Tim Ferry said, everyone drop what you're doing and hug the air group hug. And Joyce says, are you excited? Yeah, I am. I am excited to unbox the items that did come. Most of the stuff is pretty mundane. It's not really super excited. A few more of the really exciting things are coming tomorrow. Yeah, let's get an unboxing video. More of a show and tell. Showing and talking a little bit about what I ordered and why. Although I did kind of drop a few hints to at least two of the items yesterday in the UPS video. But they're very important devices, though. I don't know if I can do it in slow motion necessarily. But I certainly will be very, very verbose in my explanation of what they do, how they work, and the reason why I felt that they were justified. It was the donations that people sent that made it possible for us to buy these things. Whatever really wasn't super important, but more like something to tinker with. And the other one is very important to keep the show running during a power failure. I went to bed at 4:15, 4:30 in the morning. Yeah, well, on Essential they did network maintenance right when we were playing, and that's why we have the show is dedicated to Turtle Well instead. Can never get enough money. Oh. I totally. Oh, I don't think he means. It causes more problems than solves. Yeah. Well, I can kind of show you the box that came in today. That's sitting in the small hallway. I can bring that in here if you want to see it. Yeah, I understand that. Money is like a tool, like a screwdriver or a wrench. You know, it's there when you need it, but you don't hoard screwdrivers and you don't hoard wrenches. You know, or pliers, or hammers, or saws, or anything else like that. You buy what you need, and sometime. But isn't it funny that you spend more money to put security in to guard your money? Think of all the people that have security systems to protect their money. Well, that's true. Security can be happiness. I agree. Yeah, I understand that. Oh, I got more than that. I got about savings account about 500 maybe. Um, the one of the things is that No, no, but I could use I could use a new pair of eyes. Okay. You know, it's kind of funny though. Um, it's the panels that make the shows in the morning good. And unfortunately, it seems just like yesterday, we don't have anyone on panel, even though the panel is open. Yeah, Pop Tarts. Yeah, do that too. So, what am I supposed to do on days when I don't have a panel because no one comes up? Yeah. No, I don't. So it says go into work today at 2 to 3 p.m. Well, see, this is kind of like I say, kind of sucked too, because like no one came up on panel. So I sat here, and after I got the discussion going, and I wrapped up what I had to say, there was not much more to talk about. You know, the show sucks when there's no one actually really posting any likes. Not necessarily. Oh. Well, Golden Girl can come up if she's free. Actually, anybody can come up. I am. So, 6-month-old child. So anyway, the point is that yeah, there's a lot down there for the listening crowd because I don't really have a lot to cover. For example, like Golden Girl said, she's waiting for Comedy Flu to come out of its appointment, and she didn't even come up on panel right now while she's waiting for Comedy Flu. There's I overslept because I had an interesting dream involving two larger model trains, which like you might find in amusement parks. Which are kind of cute, but they weren't really like super exciting. Then of course there's the unboxing stuff that we're gonna do today. After I gotta try to organize the wiring closet pantry area, and then in the third of the month I gotta get some things at the grocery store. Because we are running low on a few things. I mean, we're not exactly starving to death, but as my waistline can attest to. But we're holding out. Angela says, I like to think I'm a charitable person. My cousin was up visiting this morning and helped himself to my cigarettes. Pissed me off a bit because he once stole money from me when I was slept. I'm not exactly an honest bloke then. That would be too. No, I'm not answering the house phone. That can go to the system there. Probably just a stupid bill collector anyway. I don't even give that number out to the public, and yet they seem to find me every time with bill collect those junk callers call me up and try to sell me something. I don't know why. It's like they do that. Yeah. No. Thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Thank you. Please check DM. DM. Where would the DM be? On Discord? I do see a couple messages in the DM. Say, this first one is from Let's see. That's gross. No. I got big storm. This is from Red. We got a big storm bringing in possible tornadoes in Washington tonight. Things may be getting interesting here. I think what sucks is the fact is that right now Michelle's life seems like it's uneventful. Well, I guess that could be good too. One thing about it, if your life is uneventful, at least it's easier to adjust with. That one comment I got was so gross that I might just throw that guy out. He's not. Well, I've been streaming for about not very long, 42 minutes. And it feels like we're not really doing anything really exciting today. Which kind of sucks because I know you guys want more exciting stuff than this. Oh well. I'll take care of that. What that man wanted was definitely in the EU department. Ha. He wanted me to stick my fingers up my privates and show them on camera, and I'm like, what? Absolutely not. I don't do financial, but I mean, compared to some people, I know that some people like channels with explosions and people talking up a whole storm of garbage and, lots of F bombs throwing around like something from the Blitzkrieg and all that. And that's not what this is. This show right now is kind of like a simple garden party, basically, where the guests are not clearly entertained. The musicians haven't shown up. The pole is closed for cleaning, and so it feels like, good morning, Brad, how you doing today? Panels open, POC. Okay. Well, it'd be helpful because yesterday I had no one to talk to either, and then basically the show just didn't go very well. Okay, come on, Brad. How you doing today?
Good morning, Michelle.
Hi. So yesterday's panel was a little on the slow side. No one came up yesterday.
Yeah, I was hella busy with stuff at the office yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I got some things for unboxing later on, but I gotta clean the pantry first because it's got cat litter on the floor. I gotta clean that up a little bit and then sort out the pantry a little bit, and I can do the unboxing and the setup.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Because, like yesterday, it was just so boring. I was like, no one came up on panel, even though it was open like it is today. And it was like, and people said you had a panel open. I said, yeah, it's been open the whole time. I announced it was open, but no one came. And then I ended up just sitting there.
I wanted to, but I was way too busy with other stuff.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, today I've got all sorts of. I'm just doing a. Well, I did a job just now. There was a range top stove that had all sorts of issues right out of the box, and so I went in with a tech for the drop off, and then I stuck around just so I could learn a little bit about these type of stoves, and there was just. I think he ordered 17 different parts for it, which is just insane. That's like the most I've ever seen somebody order for one appliance.
What do you mean 17 different parts?
I guess out of the box, the harness, the wire harness for the. So it's got 4 different contact points for 2 different UIs because it's supposed to be like computer. You could like connect it to Wi-Fi. And I guess out of the box, the harnesses were fried. So there's like all sorts of electrical issues going on with this thing. And pretty much we'll be coming back in about 3 months' time once these special order parts come in because they're all like built special order, built for this particular unit.
Why do they
And
make appliances like that? I mean,
I don't know. It's ridiculous. The more contact points you have, the more points of failure. So I don't get it.
After all, there's some dishwashers that are the same way. It's like, oh, you gotta use the app on your phone to wash your dishes.
Yeah,
like, what?
It's ridiculous. Whatever happened to just putting the soap in, loading the dishes up, turning the knob on to the 20 minute or hour and 50-minute,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, like the old General Electric dishwasher we had in the 1970s, put the soap and close the door and just turn the knob, just turn it to start.
Yeah.
And the dishwasher took care of everything, including drain, rinse, and run the dry cycle if you choose to. I think it's just kind of crazy the way that everything has to be on the internet these days. One of the devices that I'm unboxing today is a router, but not your typical home style router. We're talking about something designed for our business that has 4 input for 4 internet connections.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, we only need to use 2 of them. It has a 225-page PDF manual that I would love to print, but I don't have a printer that can print 225 pages. What about a color laser printer to print it, or maybe a monochrome one? Because my printer is old, but maybe someday, maybe in a couple months, I might buy a finally brand new laser printer. But either way, it's just an example of how something that looks so deceptively simple can get so complicated.
Yeah, I feel like they're getting a little carried away with this built obsolescent, nonsense.
Yeah.
When things are coming out of the box already screwed up, I think it's they need to rein that in a little bit.
Yeah. So what happened to the stove that had this problem? It just
we're basically going to rebuild the whole freaking thing. We told the customer to call whatever company they got, wherever they ordered it from, call them and start leaving bad reviews, because otherwise it's they're going to be waiting 3 to 4 months for these parts to come in, and then once they do come in, it's going to take us a good 3.5, almost 4 hours to bust the whole thing down, take everything apart, contact where the points of the harness that are fried are at to for the diagnostic.
The company just doesn't just tell the customer, look, package it and ship it back.
I wish that would be a load off of us, but yes, basically we're gonna replace everything in this freaking thing, and then from there we hope all issues will be resolved. But you never know until you get the job done. So 3 to 4 months time from now, we'll find out.
It's just an example, like you said, with stupidity design too. When you have something that's supposed to be brand new and it's already broken before you even got it plugged in.
It's crazy, and a lot of issues are arising from whenever COVID hit, and everyone was like, they couldn't get any parts anywhere. They couldn't do anything, and so people were like, they were reusing like parts that had been replaced that weren't necessarily bad, but weren't brand new. And then they were like, nobody could get anything because of all of that. And so you've got all these back issues now, and all this stuff that's wrong from all of that chaos.
The thing is that, like I said, it's like, why is it that we have basically turned everything into such a boondoggle?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'm looking at some of the side chat here too. But I mean, like, when you look at why do people think that everything has to be on the internet? I don't get that part. I mean,
It doesn't make any sense.
you can even put your toilet on the internet nowadays. I'm not joking when I say that. You know, like you can get your toilet to take pictures of your deposits, if you know what I'm saying. And that way you can send it to your gastroenterologist. Now, poo sample from Bradley Sharp's butt. And then the toilet might be able to do its own lab analysis when you're not looking. When you push the flush button, all of a sudden it goes into a processing center where it starts taking samples and processing lab results or going to your doctor's office. Come on. Most people don't need that. You know, we don't need to buy an expensive Japanese toilet. You know, one with heated seats. Most of the time, heated seats. Like, really? Is that really needed in a room that might already be about 22 degrees Celsius? No, not really. Maybe if it was 12 degrees Celsius, heated seats would be nice, but... Or one that has the fully advanced bidet function to totally clean Main Street. It's just an example where I'm saying is that we've gotten to the point where our future generations or our kids, or even the ones that come after us, humans and ex-archaeologists, are going to look at all this crap and say, what were they thinking? Some of us human beings were asking the same question before they even asked that question. What were they thinking? Yeah. I mean, did you ever realize? I mean, no, you're younger than me, so maybe you don't really think about this. I was watching some videos last on YouTube about kitchen appliances that really would still make sense even today's day and age. For example, a wall-mounted refrigerator. They mount like kitchen cabinets to the wall, okay? So you can have the refrigerator at eye level. That actually is a pretty cool idea when you think about it. You know, because if you need a refrigerator that's at eye level, that'd be a good way to be able to reach and get the things that you know you need to use, like milk and cereal and butter. Things that you don't have to bend down and hurt your back trying to get out of the other standard household floor-mounted refrigerators. Another thing that's kind of cool is when you have those things like those oh my god, I forgot the brand now, those stoves that have the little drawers that the burners slide into. Those are kind of cool. You know, the Frigidaire stove there, I forgot what it's called. My grandmother, my grandfather had that. And then, of course, when they passed on, my uncle and aunt got the house with the stove in it. They still used it in the end. But I forget which one it was there. There was the Frigidaire stove, but the burners that would slide into itself. Those are actually pretty friggin' cool, if you ask me. And I love the oven with the glowing doors. I always thought that was always cool. You know, whatever happened to that? That was just a neat thing.
They work too well.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was certainly fitted with some modern kitchens, though. Then you got your stainless steel look, even though it was actually nickel. It wasn't stainless steel. Um, it was just cool. You know, that and your wall mounted refrigerator, what a perfect combination. That means that all the stuff you don't really need could be stored in the bottom in the cabinets below your countertops.
Yeah, it's just like having TV screens on a refrigerator. It's like it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, there you go. Why do you need a TV screen on your refrigerator?
And then of course it's the first thing to break too.
Of course it is.
And then now because all of your before you had analog and it was like you had knobs that would turn and determine the temperature. Now everything's done through this screen, and when the screen breaks, unless you're like some kind of like perfect memory and you can like remember where everything was as far as the touch goes, you're pretty much screwed out of turning up and down your temperature and just all that.
Many refrigerators nowadays have multiple temperature zones too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that could be a good thing, but do you really need a fancy touchscreen?
It's like we're in like an archaic age and we're trying to pretend like we're fancy.
Yeah.
It's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a lot of interesting ideas which kind of existed back in the 60s that we don't see much now. Like a combination sink, refrigerator, and electric stove. Well, that's actually kind of cool for apartments that don't have a lot of room, right?
Yeah, like an efficiency, yeah.
Yeah. Or even some places with a small galley kitchens. You know, where you don't have a lot of room, but it's like a bachelorette pad. You just need maybe like 2 burner stove and a little sink and a refrigerator all in one spot. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Not saying that some of the things were not really made well. Some of them were pretty poorly made.
Yeah, a lot of times it's things look good on paper, but then when they actually come to fruition and they're built like
Yeah,
crap.
yeah. Or more precisely, they're built quite crap because the designer didn't really fully think about how the best way to implement the design.
They're trying to save a buck, or they're trying to make a buck by saving a buck, which is like
Right.
it's ridiculous.
I mean, except for like in this example with the stove, refrigerator, sink combo, unless you really need one of those, you're probably not going to be rushing out to your local appliance store to pick up one.
Yeah.
But I love there was one device that was mentioned, which was the Thor washing machine. It didn't just wash your dishes, it was also a washing machine for your clothes, which is kind of cool because when you want to wash your dishes, you put the dishwasher assembly basket in, you put the dishes in, and it would do the same job, would wash them, spin dry them, and just like it would your clothes. I'm like, that's not a bad idea. Maybe that's when Lisa Douglas was throwing away. She was always throwing the dishes into the washing machine. Maybe she thought it was one of those. I think it's a great idea, though. It certainly would be a good way to save space, especially back in the old days. Houses used to be a lot smaller than they are now.
That's like all these data centers I've been seeing that they're building. They make these massive football field sized data centers, or even bigger sometimes, And in like hell, 10 to 15, even 20 years from now, they'll be obsolete and outdated.
Yeah.
You'll be able to fit all that information and all that data that they have in their centers in something essentially the size of a sea container from 20 years from now,
True.
So it's like, it's ridiculous.
So they just there's going to be more storing more containers in them. That's all. After all, it's space, right? The space, the final frontier.
That's another thing I was talking about. I don't understand, so they have the basis to make nanotechnology, and I'm like, why don't they make a nanotechnology that is built out of like protein? So when it dies, it can just be basically used by the body, like so they say that when you work out, it causes micro tears in the muscle, and then that's how the protein builds the muscle back up by repairing these tears. Like, why don't they just make a nanobot that's a protein that can replicate that for you? So you can remove the whole going to the gym, taking steroids, taking growth hormones and chemicals. You can just remove all of that out of the equation.
Yeah. Well, the Japanese are experimenting with a new teeth regrowing technique, which I think is a great idea. It don't necessarily put your dentist out of work. Basically, instead of giving you false teeth, they give you a jab with something that blocks the KSG1 protein so that you can grow new teeth.
Yeah, like some kind of enzyme that repairs the lost minerals.
Yeah.
Humanity's got to get away from focusing on trying to kill life forms, kill each other, and try to figure out how to start building on one another. And this way of life, something's got to give.
The problem with this way of life with humanity right now is that I think in some ways we were doing better in the 1950s and 60s than we are today. And those were not exactly the best times of life for most people because life was hard, but yet you didn't see too many morbidly obese people in the 1950s and 60s. I mean, there were some, but that wasn't a big thing,
We're in this tech cloud, and the tech that we're using is becoming more and more, anti-tech. It's more like imprisoning instead of actually like doing what technology's made to do and make life easier. It's like
because, like I said myself earlier, it says, well, where are we going with all this tech? I mean, really? I mean, let's take a look. For example, my T-Mobile home internet. Why not? Use this example, right? It doesn't really allow you to run a web server. It doesn't allow you to run an FTP server. You can't set up a DMZ zone for gaming, at least not that I could see.
Yeah, exactly.
But then in a way,
nothing's compatible anymore.
It's designed to be just a way of getting on the internet. Which I think for the large majority of people, that's just fine. But
and a lot of interfaces are just dreadful now too.
Oh, I know that. Oh yeah, dreadful interfaces. I've definitely seen that.
It's just ridiculous.
Like, for example, take a look at the icon, for example, on my phone, the mute button. When the microphone, you press the microphone on some phones, it would mean when it's got the slash to it, before you press it, it means shut it up, right? On some phones, that means press this button and your phone is now shut up. Or it means that the phone is shut up, and you got to press it again to unshut it up. And it's like, wait, what does it mean, really? It's almost like the person needs to explain. Now, if you press it, and when you first start out, if you see it's got a slash through it, it means that your microphone's on. If it's got the no slash in it, it means your microphone's off. And some it's the opposite. So, I mean, a lot of stuff doesn't even come in an instruction book. Not even necessarily online ones. Like this router I told you about, this ER602. Where's the instruction book? Well, at least when you used to buy something in brand new, you got at least a manual. Nowadays it's nothing more than a sheet of paper. And it doesn't even really explain more about just how to unbox it and plug it into the wall. But what if I want to do more than just unbox it and plug it into the wall? Then they'll say, "Oh, go to this website to download the API, or to download the application for your phone." What if I don't have a phone? How much supposed to program it? Everything is so messed up. It's all like, I have to use an app. The program.
Yeah, it's really backwards.
Yeah. There is a slight update to this router. The difference is it's white instead of black. Right?
Well,
the
I
white
won't even
one.
bother buying any tech that requires you to produce a third-party application to control it, because how long is that app going to last? How long is that interface going to be supported until that company either goes under or they come out with something new and they want you to come up with a whole new application? I'm like, I'm just not doing it.
Right. Think about this.
It's insane.
What happens if the company decides, well, we don't want to run the server anymore?
Yeah, and now you're SOL.
And then all of a sudden you're like,
you can't do anything with.
So you bought this brand new thing, say 5 years ago, and it works great, but now you want to make some adjustments just to find out you can no longer program it.
Yeah. What's the point?
So what am I going to do? Well, you're out of luck. Or how about the app when it says, "Oh, I'm sorry, but the update doesn't work with your model phone because your phone is obsolete." Oh.
Or then they want you to start paying for a subscription to something you already own.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm just, I refuse to buy any products that you have to do that for. I'm like, no, just, I'll go without. I lived just fine before without it. I don't need it now. Why am I, I'm not going to waste my time and money.
Yeah, because, like I said, this newer TP-Link router I told you about, as I said, you got to use the web app and the cloud service. No.
It's crazy.
That's not even a good solution. Okay, so what if it has a 225-page manual for the slightly older one that's still being sold on Amazon? At least I got the book. At least it has a website programming interface, so I can set the parameters up I need to set up. But why would you want to have to download an app just to program your internet router? What if you need to use... What happens if you need to get online first? You need to get the internet router so you can work before you can use the app. All these companies. You mentioned about subscription services. I have seen this one over and over again. All of a sudden you buy a appliance, like you said, like the stove, right? Oh, you got to use the app to turn the temperature dial on. You got to use the app to preset the oven to a certain temperature to start at a certain time at night. or to turn off at a certain time of night, or to automatically set the automatic self-clean, or all this. What's wrong with just reaching, going over there to the stove and pushing a button? It's ridiculous. Nobody is gonna necessarily be worrying about, oh honey, I forgot to clean the oven. We have to turn back and clean the oven. Even though you're like halfway to your destination that you're going to go camping at. What? No one's going to do that. Now, or something the oven got a little bit dirty before we went camping. That's fine. I'll clean it when I get home. It doesn't take long with self-cleaning. I just go ahead, I just put the oven in clean, the oven locks the door, chunk, and then it brings it up to the necessary cleaning temperature. You know, if you got a glass door, it automatically raises the glass or the heat shield. That's easy enough to do. Why do you need to worry about having a fancy app just to tell you that your oven has got to be cleaned and you got to start the oven cleaning process? That's an example of stupid. Okay, it can be kind of useful maybe if you want to check the turkey in the oven, but it's still not going to be giving you a temperature probe. Well, maybe they do now, right? Just like they do some microwaves used to do, right? Stick a temperature probe in your turkey, right? And then have it go, your turkey is now at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Would you like to lower temperature? Yes, no. Well, a lot of know my content of my turkey in the center is at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, but don't worry about asking me if I want to necessarily raise or lower the temperature. Then putting all this stuff or everything depends in the data center in the cloud to do something just gives more concerns of pushing the network. We already know the Ethernet. And the internet in general is already saturated with Internet of Things. You know, imagine what our grandparents would have said if you told your great grandmother, "Oh, I gotta use my phone to turn on the pot of water to make hard-boiled eggs." She probably go, "What?" You don't just turn it on the stove? No, because the stove doesn't have any controls on it at all. And it's getting to that point. You know what I'm talking about. Where everybody's going to say, oh, you actually want to turn a knob on the stove? That's so old school.
Yeah, it's just really... You should have both as an option. You know, if you want to do old school and analog, you know, that should always be an option. And then, you know, if you want to do the whole phone Wi-Fi convoluted nonsense mess, you know, you should be able to do that too. You know, to take away one to replace for one that's
right. Like one guy said, Robin had a bot with his Bosch dishwasher because that's exactly what they did. They told him, "Oh, in order to activate certain cleaning modes, you need to download and register in the app." What?
Take your app and shove it.
It's a dishwasher. How many modes do you normally use? Rinse, hold, maybe? Maybe enable or disable air drying or electric air drying? How many? That's ridiculous. I mean, I worked in restaurants where the dishwasher was pretty simple. You close the door, and then it automatically started the cycle, washed the dishes, and then when it was done, you slid the door, rose the door, slid the rack out. That was it. A lot of home dishwashers were the same way. You know, start lower dishes, put the detergent in, close the door, turn the knob to start. How hard was that?
Well, it would be, and another thing, it wouldn't be so bad if all these modules and these clips and parts were rock hard, steady, and didn't fail like at the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
You look at some of these modules wrong and they fail. It's like, you know,
they're not designed for
your whole operation is dependent on this one little module that failed, and now your washer's filling up but won't drain because this module failed. It's like, what?
Yeah. But part of the problem is that the modules are not designed to handle the current that is needed to run whatever it is you're running. Like starting a motor, for example, a lot of times the relays that are made are too small. They can't handle the inrush current in the motor. All of a sudden, the contacts fuse together, or they get so pitted that they can't make connections anymore. Instead of having the relay being a plug-in part, you can just pop out. They solder it to the circuit board, and then they to make it waterproof, they encapsulate the whole thing in black resin that you can't even get apart. Why? Because it's easier to sell you the whole module. Well, what if the module is going to break the same way? Then you sell you another module.
So how was? Did you play Turtle Well last night?
Yes, we did. We played both Ascension and Turtle Well last night.
Oh, nice.
Because what happened with Ascension WoW is the computer kind of became like there's a lot of those appliances with the stupid dumb module that just broke. The game broke last night when we were playing Turtle WoW or Ascension WoW. All of a sudden, the game said, "Sorry, the game is down for service." Wow, that's nice. Could at least allowed us to safely get out of harm's way instead of kicking us all out of the game, so we wouldn't play Turtle WoW instead. Yeah, I did too, Andreas. Were you playing along with us? I got the impression you were playing along with us in Turtle WoW last night. Okay. Yeah, you mentioned that in the DM, yeah, about the tornado warnings. You know what else is even more frustrating is how many subscriptions that people have to pay for things that shouldn't even be subscription based.
Yeah.
For example, like your appliance, like a refrigerator. Do you really need to have a subscription service just to check your temperature of your refrigerator? I mean, or have to have a subscription service just to check your doorbell? One of the reasons why we really have a hard time judging how much things have gotten cost is because our ancestors, my mother, my father didn't have a subscription based anything. Oh yeah, they had a cable TV subscription, and they had a phone subscription, and they had an electric subscription, but they didn't have a subscription for the doorbell. They didn't have a subscription for the dishwasher, washing machine, toaster oven, microwave. That just didn't exist. No, I wasn't playing, but I have downloaded stuff, so I might give it another try. Yeah, just join us up on Turtle WoW, which is actually the servers in your part of the country world anyway. We could try Ascension WoW, which some people like, and I don't really particularly like Ascension WoW that much because I think sometimes it's a little more confusing.
Heavy.
So the reality is we spend more money on crap in this generation than even our parents did.
Yeah, that's why I just go without. I really do. And it doesn't affect me in any negative way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a TV license, I mean, I would have loved it. I mean, sure, I would have loved to have a TV license, but honestly, what would I be watching on television? Marathon runs of American Pickers? How many times can you see the American Pickers before you go, I'm paying $100 a month for this? Nah, I'd rather spend it on something I can use. More realistically, like food in my kitchen. And that's the reality of it. Is that when I look at all the so-called extra money that we pay, like I said, a lot of people have no idea the reason why our parents had more money available to spend on loved ones is because they were spending less money on stupid garbage. You know, which is true. Think about it. Christmas back in the 1980s, you had more money to spend on your kid, and the reason was very simple. Because you weren't spending all your extra money on extra dross just to tell you that your pot roast is cooking in the oven. Or the stupidity of having a doorbell tell you there's a visitor at the door. I already know there's a visitor at that door. I can always look at the peephole and find out who it is, so I'm really worried about that. I feel bad that she's not welcome here. Who's not welcome here? Do I need to mailbox the turtle multi-box to shut them down so you can play? No, I didn't have to multi-box anything. I actually had them both open at the same time. I feel she's not welcome here. Who's she? Yeah, but can you imagine watching 24 hours of them on the History Channel? What about the other shows that the History Channel was known for? I mean, I like history, but Pawn Stars was good. Yeah, I agree. So, who are you guys talking about? Molasses Murphy? Molasses Cookie. Oh, Tina. Now I feel like I'm missing half the conversation. I don't know what they're talking about, who they're talking about. Bradley, do you know who they're talking about?
I can't really read the chat right now as I'm driving.
Okay. Screw Turtle, wow. Well, Lisa played fine last night. No, Essential Oil is pretty good. So, I don't know, Steve, everything she told you about herself was a lie. Oh, Sarah. I like Sarah. I still like Sarah. Sure, maybe she tried to inflate her ego a bit. Yeah, I'm sure they probably have Pawn Stars and American Pickers on YouTube on the History Channel. Probably it's a subscription channel. And that'll be another $9.95 a month, please. Um, Christine's nice too. Well, some people are genuine also. I just heard someone knock on my door. Hold on, man. Let me check something. Oh, baby. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. I don't think they did. Oh. No, yeah. So you heard something from Bradley's thing. False positive. There was no one there at the door. So yeah. I like the original Clean Sleep episodes with Niecy Nash. Those were fun. I don't know. I mean, I just thought she was fun to talk to. I never really paid any attention to about her tattoo artistry. A lot of tattoo artists use templates. Um, well, well, maybe she did both. Maybe she did tattoos and dog training at the same time. All I know, she lived in Louisiana. That's all I know. And she was gonna come visit me. And so Bradley, what did you think of Sarah Gallo?
I don't really have any. I don't got much to say. She's out of my life now, and I just want peace with the woman. I don't want anything else to do with her. I don't need her brother following me around on the internet. I don't need some 70-year-old man claiming to be a police officer following me around on the internet and trying to ruin my life. My life's already ruined, so I really don't give a what. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's about the extent of how far I feel about Sarah or her brother or anything that has to do with the entire situation that I put myself in dealing with her.
Yeah, she did screw up Bradley's life a bit.
I gave her some money. I sent her a couple of care packages. Okay. I get drunk and make an ass of myself. So she's going to take sound clips and take recordings that were sent to her in private and try to show noodles and show birds. I could really give a less, to be quite honest. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
I hope she enjoys the things that I sent to her in good health. she can, if she doesn't want to pay me back the money that I'm owed, then she, that's her prerogative, whatever. But if they continue to electronically harass me, then I will take them to court over that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put up with that. I'm not going to be told that I ruined her life because she decided to lie on the internet and make a fool of herself, and then come up here on panel and try to explain herself and further make a fool of herself. That's not my fault.
Why do people even do that?
Nobody held a gun to her head and told her to tell these lies to people on the internet. And when she got called out for it several times over, not because of me, if her brother and her want to take it out on me, that's fine.
She's just a scapegoat, basically.
I never told her to lie.
I know you never told her to lie. I don't think you would even suggest that to her. But I'm saying is this. But why do people do that? I don't get that. You come on the internet and you come up with these fabricated stories. Oh, how great you are. And then we see the sad truth is you're not that great at all. You're just an ordinary, everyday person.
Well, whether you're great or not, to just be a decent person is like, what everyone should strive to do. And to me, I didn't ruin her life. Her seemingly trying to scam Tina is what essentially ruined her life. And that's between her and Tina. That had nothing to do with me. Okay? And so if she wants to talk to anybody about ruining lives, she came to me and asked me to get her a chance to come up on panel to explain herself.
Now, she's been more than welcome to come up on panel to talk about it, but I don't know why she never does.
She'd rather float around on Berg's page at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, doing the same old love bombing crap she used to do.
Yeah.
The woman's got a lot of nerve, and so does her brother.
It seems to me like YouTube has got a lot of crazy nutcases out there.
Yeah, a whole bunch of grifters.
Yeah.
But I'm not one to make things personal with.
Then when you got people like me that, despite their disabilities, are trying to make a positive difference on YouTube, they get treated with disdain and by a lot of people that don't even know us.
Well, yeah, it's just got a lot of sick people out there in the world, a lot of sick pups floating around.
Yeah.
People with way too much time on their hands and not enough hobbies in their lives.
That's probably because they've been pushing too many buttons in their apps to run their dishwashers and their stoves and their microwaves.
Yeah, I guess they're starting to lose their mind.
Instead of trying to actually go and turn the knobs and the levers on the stoves and microwaves and dishwashers.
Yep.
So they're sitting there bored. What's the point of labor-saving devices if it's just going to basically make you fat, unhappy, and miserable? And then you got to be paying the digital servant $9.95 a month to do the job that you could have done for free. That's the part that sounds stupid. And I mean, sure, the internet can be good. I agree, but I don't try to play. I'm not saying it doesn't happen because it can and does once in a while, but not on purpose. Where I'm sitting there putting on airs, going, "Oh, look how great I am! I'm so smart. I can do all this." I got the 225-page book in my hand. Look what I'm going to do. No one's going to care. If you got the 210-page book or a 14,000-page War and Peace manual, you're just basically just now you're starting to basically act like a so-called bragger. Oh, I got this expensive device that has a book that's 225 pages long. Whoopee. But does it work? Well, according to page 2072, I gotta go refer to page 1005 to make sure the page which tells me to confirm that steps on page 105 is activated. And I'm like, well, that's just great. So basically, you're chasing around in a book, like one of those remember those books that maybe you had them when you were a kid? Create your own storybooks. Ever seen those?
Choose your own adventure, yeah.
Or if you think it's just characters that meant, go to page 2. If you think this is the other characters, well, go to page 3, page 4, and stuff like that. Well, I mean, for most people, they want to imply it's what looks like with a decent manual. But that's relative. What's decent manual? Well, I don't think a one piece of paper makes any sense. Sure, maybe for a travel mug it might. No, but if it's something like a toaster oven, you would think at least you give me at least a 10-page book explaining all the accessories that came with it. My toaster oven is an air fryer. I never used the air fryer. I never really knew what to do with it. Yeah. Yeah. Is Bubbles here yet? Did Bubbles ever come back? Good morning, Don. How you doing? Yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird, though, that people got all this time to spend all this time on the internet doing 5-hour live streams, and then you wonder how they memorize all the stuff that they talk about. I mean, think about it. I know my audience, you guys are getting bored. I know. 60 minutes and 9 seconds. Engagement time. Don't worry, guys. We'll still be on for about another 20 minutes. And then if you want, I'll go ahead and just get ready to wrap it up in about 20 minutes. I mean, I know we don't have a lot to cover. Anyway, so besides the stove, what else did you have to work on yesterday? Anything exciting?
No, I'm just running around doing pickups.
Okay.
I'm driving to Hagerstown right now.
Well, what do you got to pick up in Hagerstown?
A basket from a washing machine.
The basket from a washing machine.
Yep, the customer, they didn't want to throw it out themselves, so they had us come pick it up.
Oh, really?
Yep. I mean, they pay for it, so hey.
I guess that's good.
Yep.
So they're making you pick up the whole machine, I guess.
No, just the inner basket that they replaced.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Oh, shit.
Is that really a hard thing to actually bring it to the recycling center?
Not really. I mean, it's, they just lazy yuppies.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it gives me something to do, so.
You get a little bit of pocket money out of it.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing is just like driving today.
Yeah.
When we did the diagnostic on the stove, we didn't really take anything apart. Well, as a matter of fact, we put a part that was falling off back into its correct position.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. Other than calling the hotline, having them help us with the diagnostic. And I mean, we ended up ordering 17 parts, which is just outrageous.
ridiculous that a stove needs 17 parts, especially something that's brand new. But as I said, it's probably because the stupid stove, everything is potted in black crap you can't get into to replace things that are likely to break down, like a relay or something like that.
Oh yeah, I see what they're saying in the chat. Yeah, I actually tried to rein Sarah in when she was getting up on your panels and constantly using the F words, making yellow dollar signs appear. I tried to tell her. I tried
Yeah, I
to tell her. I
remember
said, hey,
that.
you really need to stop going up there and being so cringy. Stop like being so condescending to people you don't know, and using so many curse words. I said because that's not a good look for you. I thought you're
Yeah.
this love bomber one minute, but then the next you're really trashing people there. So
I mean, also, like I said, some of the people do watch my shows and they know that I'm trying to be, open to a general audience.
yeah, and I'm not responsible for somebody making themselves look like a fool, especially somebody who is at the age that they should definitely obviously know better.
At least stop acting like a fool.
I mean, I'm not saying I never cussed on panel. I certainly have done a few.
Bad mistake.
But
What's up, comedy?
What up?
I think
The pepper cloud.
I think Noodles used to do it on purpose. I think.
Probably. I mean, it fits his character.
Yeah. But then
But I mean,
again,
as far as
I've been in New York and people do talk like that, so it's not necessarily always on YouTube.
I fail to see how I ruined someone's life when I actively sent them 3 different care packages, money, gifts. Call me a sucker, call me a simp, call me whatever the F you want. I really don't give an S, but I fail to see how I ruined somebody's life. I think when you spread misinformation about yourself, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
I don't need to get up here and pretend I'm somebody I'm not. I'll tell you exactly who I am.
I mean, after all, remember, if you start to basically come up with a major whopper of a fib about yourself, and then you have to keep maintaining that whopper of a fib story after a while. You're going to become so tired because your story is going to get so all messed up and twisted that. But then after a while, you start gaslighting yourself so bad that you actually believe the stories that you've been telling people.
Yeah, and when everything came to a head, it's don't take that person's side, don't listen to what they have to say. I'm a dog. I'm going to talk to other adults, and I'm going to hear what other adults have to say. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play this baby game with a grown up.
Hi, Gummy Flu. How you doing?
That's not my MO.
What up?
Yeah.
The pepper cloud.
Yeah.
Is comedy treating Golden good today?
Hang on, I'm looking up an important number Doreen needs, so give me a second.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's a state boy. Let me pull my phone down. 45.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, so you had an appointment today, Comedy Flu happened. Anything successful? Crickets.
There we go. So everything's settled down. Michelle, guess what I'm having for lunch?
I'm just having my coffee right now. But
No, I said, guess what I'm having for lunch?
What are you having for lunch?
I am having Coney dogs, extra mustard, extra onions.
Fancy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I love Coney dogs. They're my favorite.
Coney Island Disco Palace.
There you go. That's what I should open up. The Coney Island Disco Palace.
Yeah. With the pepperoni
people
cheesesteak
can-
pizza.
The people can get the people. Oh, I can also make my pizza there too. But then they can roller skate to disco music and get their coney dogs and burgers and all that kind of stuff.
What do you mean? Sarah tried to mess up Noodle's life also?
Oh, well, that's why I blatantly asked Noodles in person on this Discord. I was like, hey, what those things you said about Sarah, are they true? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. She said she's going to come up here and make me the, happiest man ever, yada, yada. And I'm like, she's like, she got all bent out of shape that I asked him. She was like, he's lying. I never said any of that, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, what is the reason for either one of you having to lie? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I got tired of dealing with the bullshit. I'm sick of it.
I understand that.
She lied and said we met in person. We never did. I've never even seen this chick off the internet before. So it's bizarre and it's absolutely ridiculous. And I just want to wash my hands of the entire situation and just be done with it. I don't care if you people look at me like a sucker or simple, whatever.
Phoenix,
I don't care.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about Sarah Gallo.
I've lived my life unhinged long enough to not give a shit about what some psycho bitch on the internet is saying about me. Excuse my language.
That's okay.
Oy vey.
I tried to do the right thing and be a good person to look out for her and give her help. She's well, I never really asked. Yeah, but you certainly weren't not trying to pull on heartstrings. Now were you? And then one of the last times I talked to her, we had a pleasant conversation. Her dog was seemingly having major issues, and she said that she may have had to put him down. But then the very next day everything's hunky dory, and Chewbacca was fine. So I'm like, was that just a ploy to pull at more heartstrings of mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't brush my teeth. I have a pimply face. I don't brush my hair. You could say whatever you want about me. I really don't care. I've ever since my girlfriend passed away almost 3 years ago, I've been very, very, very unhinged. Okay, that's why I came to YouTube to find a new community and find people to talk to begin with. And for someone to prey on a person like that, it's pretty sick. And then now trying to play this, I'm gonna ruin your life crap. Ruin it.
No, it's just.
People need to remember, though, that I know where everyone lives.
Well, that's just it. Everything is drama-based. On YouTube, everybody wants to run a drama channel.
Bradley, calm down about all that, okay?
I'm not interested in running a drama channel. I don't necessarily want to run a drama anything, in my case. Because I don't like the craziness with the drama stuff that keeps coming up.
Yeah.
Well, right now it's not exactly warm and toasty in Winston right now either.
It's 39 degrees where I'm at.
Yeah, that's probably about the same temperature. So the question for me is should I go to Cumbies and have a piece of pizza? Or should I just stay at home and have a bowl of cereal?
And that's up to you, Michelle. What do you feel like you should do?
Well, I went to Cummings yesterday, and I did a video there, and the wind was blowing, and the cold was just blowing right through me. And I was like, yike.
Yeah, it's pretty windy today, so I can imagine it's probably windy in your area.
It was pretty windy. Yeah, yesterday. And like I said on the video yesterday, I said the wind's blowing. It's taking any basically heat your body's producing and blowing it off of you. It's making me feel cold and miserable. And I just like, but then again, because I didn't buy a lot of groceries at Instacart this month because I wanted to get out more. Then right now, I don't really have a lot of money left in food stamps. I got like $60, I think. So I'm like, oh, well, what am I going to do now? Well, I can still buy some things at the store. I still got some small personal frozen pizzas left that I really just really kind of feel isolated. Okay. Which is something I think you guys could tell, because I don't really people don't normally come by and visit me much in my house in person, so I pretty much am a homebody, so I stay home most of the time, which I guess is okay for a while. But then part of me sees the sun outside, and my brain thinking, oh, it's going to be nice and warm, and the birds will be chirping, and then you walk outside, and the birds might be chirping. They're not really necessarily chirping with joy, because they're probably a little bit chilled. So I want to be able to go outside and do something.
Just bundle up then.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go to the hardware store, and I gotta go pick up a plug for my extension cord. The Ed kept breaking the ground prongs off of them, so I got one extension lead that needs a new plug-in to put the ground prong back in place. Where he keeps breaking them off, keep going, oh, we don't need this luxury. Excuse me. I don't think a ground prong is exactly considered a luxury yet. Oh, thank you so much, Hammer Nails. Much appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hammer and Nails. Bradley says, fuck that. I'm not saying thank you.
No, thank you very much.
Good job, Bradley.
Well, I got a message from Ed. He said that he gave me his new phone number and everything. And he said he's having health problems again. I'm like, oh, God. I don't really want to talk to Ed. I really don't want to, because he sounds kind of like Sarah. He's caused a lot of problems for me, and I don't really want to be around that. I like staying at home when I have, things to do. But if I'm going to be staying at home, I really have to have a reason to be at home. But I do got to get that one plug at the hardware store. So I guess I do have to go out. So I'll go to the hardware store, and then I'll come home and take care of that. But like I said, one of the things that I think is disturbing is that people are leaving my channel. A lot of people have been unsubscribing. You know, Michelle, most of the ones that are unsubscribing really didn't care about your channel. They were paid by the Vietnamese bot company that hired them to fill in your subscriber count.
Yep.
They didn't really care about you. They were just there for the money.
Yep.
True. Yeah, he's still in Florida. Yeah, Vietnamese robots, Taiwanese robots, Thailand robots. They're just paid just to give their name and account so that they can go ahead and inflate your fake subs, which somebody bought me. And then the guy in the end tried to basically threaten me if I don't change my channel, he was going to withdraw my subs, but then he said I'm also going to execute punitive measures. I'm like, what? You're the one who's bought me the subs. I didn't ask you to buy me the subs. You know, that's the reason I got kind of a little bit angry with that person.
Yep.
So
don't worry. One day there'll be no more bot accounts on your account, and you won't have to worry.
Yeah, well, the thing is that once you get below a certain number of subs, the YouTube is going to go back to taking longer to prioritize your videos and get them out there into the public eye.
Mm-hmm.
Golden Girl says, okay, I know you're on panel. Okay, coming for I know you're on panel. David S. says, I only go out when I really have to during cold months, but we're all going on a few road trips starting Sunday. I used to like going out with Noodles once in a while, but now he doesn't talk to me anymore. Which I think is kind of sad. I thought Noodles, you really wanted to help me, support me in a way, but then you stopped talking to me, and you stopped being part of my show. So how can you say you're still helping me or want to help me grow when you really when you walk away from me like that? Well, because there's somebody else that is not me. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, it's 12:31. Does anyone want to say anything before we wrap it up?
I came up here to support you as always, but at the same time, there were people that asked me to come up here, so there you go.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for coming up.
Yeah, no problem. I always try to come up here, but the other 2 days when I wasn't up here and I didn't come up, I had other things going on, basically inside my head. I'll just put it that
I'm
way.
so used to having some people come up. Like one person said, which I did not dismiss. They said, "You like people to come up with panels so you have someone to talk to."
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
I come up to.
Bother me.
No, I brought a roast up.
Well, that's exactly what like I said. I don't disagree with that statement. Yeah, I do like being able to be come up on panel because it does nice to hear a voice. Sure, there's some people who come and hang out at my house, but
right. Yeah, I don't mind coming up. I'm on his though. My phone's downstairs on the charger.
How you doing, Golden Girl?
I'm actually doing pretty good. My foot don't hurt as bad today, so I'm actually getting shit done.
That's good.
Yeah, so
I gotta try
I
to sweep out the pantry wiring closet so I can get ready to do the unboxing. I gotta go to the hardware store and pick up a plug. Because Ed used to cut the stupid ground prongs off all my extension leads, which means that a lot of my extension leads don't even have proper electrical safety apparatuses in them anymore.
Oh, nice guy.
No growth.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to fit in the holes in the wall. I only had 2 holes, and this plug's got 3.
When's dinner?
When are you trying to eat?
Well,
It's 12:30. Let's eat around 6. Here, you could have your phone back. I'm gonna go on mine.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go to Comedy City. Is it warm at all?
It's when I was outside, it's I don't know. You might be a little cooler, but it was like I could walk around it because I had to go to Philly today because I went to court.
Yeah.
And thus far, everything with court is pretty much the same. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
But he said he'll let me know in the next coming paperwork what they figure out what they're going to do, basically. And I'm like, oh, right. Let's just hope they dismiss it. That's all I want. Because that'd be pretty stupid to give them $1,000, then go fight the case and say they got to pay me back again. It's like, yep.
Are you talking about the criminal case you got stuck with originally?
Well, that's what this is from, but it's the what you call it, the court fee that I didn't have the money to pay myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my aunt Karen paid for the attorney fee, so
yeah. Well, hopefully your situation, whatever it is going to be resolved.
Yeah.
So what I probably might do is mention food. Maybe I might just go to ABC Pizza instead of Cumbies and get a soda and a grinder there instead of going on with Cumbies. At least I can usually do a video inside the ABC Pizza and I won't have a problem with the video. I kind of want a cheese calzone anyway. Oh God! Well, it counts as your dinner anyway. It's my only meal of the day. Yeah. So yeah.
You don't put nothing in your calzone. You don't put meat in your calzone.
I just usually no, I don't usually. I like cheese calzones. But you could put meat in them if you want, but I usually don't.
So no sauce, no meat, right?
No, I'll put a little sauce on the top, but I don't really go crazy with the. The one thing is that they're so expensive because of the price, but it's freshly made. It's not frozen stuff.
Yeah.
It's like $15-16, but that's for a large one. That's easily can satisfy me for a whole day. Food right there. That's touching your stomach like a giant rock.
Yeah.
Maybe you might get cheaper to get a little bit of regular meatball grinder. Yeah. Or maybe you can go and make greens and get a plain cheeseburger with fries. Or you can see if they get a special on nice food, but they don't take credit cards, so Michelle can't pay with a credit card or debit card, so
yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna. I had a different idea, but then I forgot what it was.
Yeah. I mean, that pot roast was delicious when I had that pot roast. I really loved the pot roast. At the Greens, I thought that was fantastic. That was a wonderful dinner, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
So I wonder what other specials they have there. I mean, that's one reason to go, but then I have to go rattle the ATM for some green stamps because they don't take credit cards. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad you didn't have an Aldi close to you.
Huh?
And too bad you didn't have an Aldi walking distance close to you.
Not an Aldi, no, but so we have a Winston Grocery that's within walking distance, a CVS that's within walking distance, a Cumberland Farms, a McDonald's, an ABC Pizza, a McGrain's, a hardware store, another hardware store, a the church, the soup kitchen, which is kind of questionable about the food quality, but
well, they get donated food, so that's why it's it's at edible quality.
yeah, it's like just like Golden Girl said that you guys got that food truck that comes too with the produce. We get those once in a while, Winston too, from the same type program, which is really cool. But unfortunately, I haven't actually gone to those in a long time because I don't have anyone to help me carry the boxes of stuff up the stairs, and it's you got BYOB, bring your own bags, and that gets really heavy carrying all that stuff up all the stairs. But right now, I think the first thing you gotta do is go ahead and get those mains plugs down at the hardware store, and at the same time, since you're gonna be on the same side of the street, is go over to ABC Pizza and get some lunch or something, which would be nice. Yeah, because I'm tired of gummies. I like gummies, but I'm getting kind of tired of gummies.
Yeah.
I know what I really would love to have is some ice cream. Hey,
Michelle, I just read Little Caesars is going to bring back the pretzel pizza with the creamy cheddar sauce in the middle.
No, we don't have a Little Caesars in Winston, unfortunately enough. So we don't have a Little Caesars to get food from. So if you want Little Caesars, there used to be one in Torrington. I think they're gone now.
Okay.
So so what I mean is just that the problem is I live in the Italian part of the state, so Italian food is everywhere. Yeah.
All right. Michelle, have you ever been to a Polish deli?
No.
I highly recommend it. If you ever get to go to Michigan, make sure you check out the Polish delis, okay?
Well, they're not likely to be going to Michigan, but I really would like to go get some more food at Brazilian restaurants and Brazilian, because I love the Brazilian stuff. That food is kick ass, wonderful.
Bring your own boobs, Phoenix says.
Yeah.
I like bring your own booze.
Yeah.
When I used to go to Corral with Melissa when I was in North Carolina.
Kent, the city far from Michelle. That's in the corner of the state. You could probably make it there in about 35-40 minutes. Okay. Kent's Pizza is about 25 minutes from my house on foot. So
Bradley, your phone's making that.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I'm gonna get ready to head out. But
all right, make sure you make another video about it.
Before
okay?
I go, if you guys could please help me to help let people know about my channel, continue to subscribe and share out the videos, I really would help a lot. Because we have suffered so much because of the craziness that is ensued this month in March.
All right, Bradley, your job is to make sure to bring in subscribers or I get to punch you in the face. Michelle said so.
Well,
I'll hold him at gunpoint.
I also enjoy talking to everybody else, too.
You want it at gunpoint?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody. I'm going to be holding Bradley at gunpoint, making sure he gets new subscribers.
No, you're not going to hold him at gunpoint.
He just asked me to, Michelle. Tell her again, Bradley. She don't believe me.
We'll hold him at gunpoint.
All right. Did you understand him that time, Michelle? He wants to be held at gunpoint.
I don't even know if there is a Cumbies in Maryland. Is there? Do you have a Cumberland Farms in Maryland?
We've got Royal Farms.
I never heard of a Royal
Isn't
Farms.
it Royal Farms milk?
No Gumbies.
Yeah,
Isn't Royal Farms Bradley?
No, it's a gas station. We call it Rofo, even though it's Rofa.
There's like a regional convenience food chain. It's just like you guys got something called that bigger fancy place in the world's largest convenience store in Texas. What's it called? Cheaters, Cheebies, Cheesies, whatever. Cheekies?
Something like that.
Yeah. No, we don't have that. I don't know if that's ever going to come to Connecticut. You never know.
Might be a southerner thing.
Yeah.
Michelle, have you ever seen a McMobile before?
No.
Yeah, it's a McDonald's with a mobile gas station.
No, but I haven't seen it in Dunkin' Donuts within a gas station kiosk kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, this wasn't a kiosk. This is actually McDonald's gas station with mobile gas being the gas they're selling.
Yeah, they did something like that with Dunkin' Donuts, that's what I'm saying. It was a full-service Dunkin' Donuts, but it was like in a convenience store. Not a kiosk.
Yeah. Expensive McDonald's gas.
Yeah, that's what I like, going to the McMobile.
So you get gas in two forms, huh?
Yeah,
gas from your car and gas from your ass.
Yeah, get a gallon.
The funny thing is, the McDonald's isn't really going to do nothing to me. It's the driver who's going to be eating that'll have the problem with the McDonald's. She'll be like, "Oh God, I gotta shit myself."
Get a gallon of gas with a Royale and cheese.
Okay, it's called Chubbies. Okay, Chubbies. Okay.
We got a Tubby Submarine in Detroit, and I love their subs. Oh my God, it's delicious. Highly recommend giving yourself a Detroit-style cheesesteak.
Yeah, we got a Chubby.
We got an ABC pizza. I never heard of a DEF pizza or a GHI pizza or a JKL pizza.
JKL pizza. It
what
sounds
about
like
MFC?
It's funny. It's just like people are taking letters out of the alphabet. Yep, that's a name. Fuck it. We're good right there.
Or how about XYZ pizza?
Yeah, XYZ pizza. We're done. That's the name.
Elemento P pizza.
Elemento P.
But there's a place called Oregon Pizza in Arizona that's pretty cool.
And the P for at the end of that is a little small P, and the IZZZA at the end.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, Buff, how you doing?
Pizza.
I didn't see Galaxy. Oh, there she is.
I don't know anything about his girlfriend's height. I don't know anything about his girlfriend, Millie.
Holy Mickey pizza.
Who's Millie? Who's girlfriend?
Is it insane it's being his girlfriend? If so, she's kind of far away from him. She's not nearby him.
Holy French fry pizza.
French fried pizza. Chili cheese fry pizza is delicious.
Sucking on chili dog.
The Buff. Hey, Buff, I still watch your channel. I like the content. You just got to keep it coming. You got to make more content.
So anyway, you want to know what Oregon Pizza is about? It's basically a huge, large theater organ. I mean, is the centerpiece of this pizza restaurant, and so organists plays music for the pizza eaters at the restaurant.
Hey, Buff, I got an idea. You get a picture of Bradley over here, right, and make him turn it into a bagel.
Baklava pizza.
Baklava pizza, I don't know. That'll be kind of sweet. But probably, maybe it's a good dessert pizza. Maybe baklava is kind of sweet, though.
A giant cookie baklava pizza.
Put some Nutella and powdered sugar on it.
Yeah, well, baklava is already sweet, so.
I know, but you can put some Nutella on there.
Matzo ball pizza.
Matzo ball pizza.
By the way, there is also something called Brazilian pizza, which actually sounds like it's pretty good, actually.
Bruschetta pizza.
Brazilian pizza.
What's on Brazilian pizza?
Brazilian steak.
A lot of Brazilian stuff.
Brazilian hors d'oeuvres and spices.
Oh, yeah.
Cookie dough pizza.
Like personally, I like jerk chicken, but I have a roommate who says she can't eat spicy shit, so she doesn't like it at all. Without even trying it, she says, "Nope, too spicy."
Jerk chicken pizza.
No, I'm talking regular jerks. When I make regular jerk chicken.
Church's chicken pizza.
Church's. Oh my god, I do not like Church's chicken. I'm sorry. No. Well, growing up in Detroit, that was the worst chicken ever.
Worst chicken ever pizza.
It's like you had Church's, you had KFC, and there was another one. I can't think of it right now. Anyways. Oh, Chicken Shack, yeah.
Oh, calamari pizza.
No, thank you. I'm not into
Anyway,
calamari.
guys, I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up because I do gotta make
All right.
I gotta hoof it down to the store. So
She's getting hungry all because of Bradley and all his pizzas.
Oh, yeah,
Pizza.
well, don't let's forget, we also got some pretty awesome grinders at ABC Pizza, too, so.
All right, Michelle, there used to be a place that it was called Checkers Subs and Pizzas and Grinders. Man, I hated the grinders. Let's just put it like that.
Pizza.
Who wants a big piece of
Speaking
bread?
Interesting menus and products, I found
On a menu.
a menu for,
ABC pizza.
I think I still have it right here, yeah, from the
Masala
Northwest Soup and Sandwich Company, which used to be
Soup
known
and Salad
as,
Company.
A soup
another
sandwich?
name for a delicatessen. This one,
Yeah, delicatessen. I like delis.
so they got sandwiches and stuff like that.
Deli bird.
Let's see.
How much do they charge for a turkey ham and bacon club?
What I should do is I should actually scan this
BLT
in.
pizza.
They have a
BLT pizza
cheeseburger.
is good.
All meat pay, I eat with
It's better than
cheese,
taco
lettuce,
pizza, I'll put it
tomato,
like that.
and mayo. They love the mayonnaise for some reason. Oh my god. $12.99 and $17.99.
Oh my god.
What are you talking about? That's pretty close to being a deal.
Throw that flyer out.
Nebo here is
Bradley, how much do you get charged for one
Tortilla
pizza?
special. This is
Penicillin on your pizza?
a 12-inch.
I said, what do you
here.
get charged for one pizza?
House-made meatballs marinara toasted with Parmesan Romano cheese.
Because I know when I order one pizza at a certain place, it's $21.
$15.99 for a 12-inch.
That's dollars are big dollars of dollars.
Yeah, big dollars.
Italian wedding soup, minestrone, pasta fiali,
Stone
Satellite chicken chowder, sausage and spinach escole.
Bradley, what if I told you I remember a day and a time where you could get 2 large pizzas for $5?
Vegetarian chili.
That was a long time ago. In a faraway land.
And there used to be this short little Napoleon-looking guy, and he'd come out and be like, "Pizza, pizza."
They charge $3 for a 20-ounce soda. I paid ABC Pizza. I paid $2 for a liter soda.
Yeah.
You must have that sugary drink tax going on.
No, actually, the local grocery stores here, like right here in New York, they're $3.29 for the 20-ounce, 16.9-ounce bottle. I'm like, you fuckers are fucking crazy.
That's just carbonated sugar water? You gotta be crazy.
It's expensive, yeah.
It's like the Soda Masters, these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get a 12-pack for $3. Coca-Cola.
The cans, I would have to assume.
Plastic cans.
So anyway, guys,
Plastic
I'm gonna
cans.
let you all go. Tommy Flu, Brad, I'm glad you guys came up. I hope you can come by tomorrow. And we
Love
are
you,
going to be
Michelle.
doing some unboxings
Love you,
today,
Michelle.
too.
Love
You're
you,
very
everyone in the
much
chat.
loved, Michelle.
Okay.
I have no ill will
when you're-
towards anyone.
Yeah, even when you're getting down, Michelle, just remember everybody loves you.
Okay. Well, thank you. I know everybody loves me, except for those
I'm
few
only
trolls that
combative
came
with
on
people who get
yesterday that made
combative
me
with me.
very miserable.
You're gonna have people bring you up, take you down. Just remember, there's more people that love you than hate you, Michelle.
All right. Well, I want you guys to have a nice day too, so don't forget that.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, you have a great day.
Come on, run.
All right. See you guys later. Bye,
All right,
panel.
bye,
Bye,
Michelle.
Michelle. Love you, Michelle. Love you, everyone.
Michelle,
Yeah,
I
love
want
you.
3 times. 3
First
times,
things
Michelle.
first,
3
Jack.
times.
I'm Hulk Hogan's brother. Ho, ho, Hogan.
All right. You have a nice day, Brad. Okay. Stay
You
out
too.
of
Thank you,
trouble.
Michelle.
Okay. Yeah. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the hardware store to go pick up the plug. Might as well get a couple because, you know, like I said, I found a lot of plugs and broken off ground pins around here I gotta replace. And let's understand, the ground pin is not a luxury, okay? It's a safety thing. And if you're breaking off ground pins, you're putting people's lives in danger when you do that. So don't break off ground pins no more than you take flies off a house or wings off a houseflies, okay? It's not fun for the housefly, and it's not fun for you when all of a sudden you think you got your electrical circuit safe, and all of a sudden you realize that you're floating at high potential, and then all of a sudden you touch something that's grounded, and all of a sudden you are completing an electric circuit like electric bug zapper, and you're dead, cremated. No, nobody wants that. Not me, anyway. Going to get my new glasses. Well, congratulations. I hope everything goes good. The glasses, Gaming Fairy. And, I'll see you, tonight is Wednesday. Brazil. Driving our way through Brazil. Let's see what happens. Okay. Because, like I said, I got a feeling I gotta be kind of busy cleaning the kitchen and stuff. Because the kitchen is really badly needed cleaning. So I've gotta take care of that too. So I hope your glasses work out good for Gaming Fairy. And on Friday night we'll be playing World of Warcraft again. I don't know which one, but we'll see. So, let's get the blessings out. You want to do your first one? Sure. Stay out of trouble, guys. We care about you. We love you. We want you to be safe. And don't rip ground punks off of plugs. Absolutely. Be excellent to one another. And keep in mind that, well, not everybody may like each other. It is up to us to try to be an example for the people to be able to follow an example of people of kindness and generosity. Okay, the service is done, guys. Yep. And we'll see you guys later on when we do the unboxing after we sweep the pantry floor. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, guys.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summer's embrace, she finds her way. Twisting and turning, she won't let things sway. With love for the music and fire in her soul, she dances through life, her heart in control.